If you're hiring a content marketer, what skills do you look for that are absolutely essential?
You find someone who can see the story. We talked about doing reports. And so in a report, you might have tons and tons of data. 90% of it may not be insightful, not interesting at all. Can you find the person who can find the story within that data? Same thing with a podcast. You may have 29 of these 30 minutes, for instance, may not end up panning out. Hopefully there is 1 minute of insight. I think if you're thinking about doing a challenge or doing a trial run, whether it's with a freelancer or full-time, it's thinking about how can I present a challenge that shows their critical thinking, and how do I shape a story, and how do I find the most impactful part of maybe a story that's too long. So it's kind of this version of editing in a way of, are you able to see the story? So one thing that I didn't mention as much on this is that also means pitching a net new type of story. Are you able to show that you know what good looks like? Like, you know, okay, this type of a headline with this type of an angle, this I think could really work. So if you're planning out maybe a podcast in the future, that can come into play. But then also, I think giving a challenge where it's like the content fuel, it might be just a lot of long form, it might be a lot of data. Here's what we have. What's the best way that you can think to frame this out? And then the third aspect of this that I'd look for is their persuasive writing skills. And this depends on exactly who you're looking to hire. But I think being able to bring it back to, okay, what is our message that we're trying to share? That goes all the way back to the founder, to the CEO, to the company story. What is it that we're trying to do? And then how do we create content supports that point of view? So I think giving some sort of a challenge, or could just be a question of how would you present a compelling case for this? That's a lot of how I think about creating copy, is like creating a compelling case for the story that you want to tell.